Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and there's several things that I'm addressing in this video. First of all, I'm going to celebrate the 4th of July with some red, white, and blue, but in my kind of swirly, soapy version of that. And I picked this design because I know some people put some comments up that they were disappointed that the last soap didn't capture the pouring of the rainbow. So that I'm referring to the raspberry lime rainbow soap that I did because the first part just didn't connect or something with my camera. So what I'm going to do is do part of this soap with that same technique, but it's only going to be with one color. It's not going to be the whole rainbow. But I like all the colors, so it won't be too long before I do another one with all the colors, and I'll repeat that for those people that really wanted to see that. So I hope you like this soap. It's a very different version of the red, white, and blue. And thanks for all the comments and subscriptions. And let's get started right away. Okay, I'm soaping at about 73 degrees today. There's a lot of guesswork in this one. Don't mind that noise. That's not termites. It's Alan working under the house right now, putting up some drywall. And so I'm going to blend this as I always do first, but as I was saying, the amounts are tricky on this one because I'm using a divider. Some of the sections will have confetti and some won't, so that will alter how much I need for that section. And I need some colors for the drop swirls too. Okay, so I'm going to blend that first. And this time I'm going to, I let my lye sit out until it cooled off a little bit, and I usually stir it. So I'm going to sift that or strain that into my batter today. If I just waited for it to be quiet, I'd never get a chance to soap, so we'll just put up with that. Get my lye solution in there. I'm glad to finally have a chance to use this fragrance called Cool Clear Water. This smells really nice, fresh unisex scent. Those are the noisy termites. There's my fragrance. I'll continue to blend that till it's all emulsified. It's not supposed to accelerate. Okay, so let me pour off for my colors first, and then I'm going to transfer the main batter to a smaller container for the white so that I don't blend bubbles into the whole thing. Those aside, titanium dioxide. I think I'm going to blend and pour some of that blue first. Actually, I want to get everything ready. So since titanium dioxide can accelerate, I'm going to do my blue first. And I'll blend the white. Looks good. Stir that a little bit, get some of the bubbles out. It's more white than I thought I was going to have. So the blender didn't pull down a lot of air as I thought it would be doing. And let's stir this red. This red is a mix of my red Obsession. It's a really nice red. I'm going to lighten it a little bit by using Firecracker Red, both by Nurture Soap. It's a nice red. I didn't want it as pink a red this time, but it still is actually a deep, deep pink. It'll look like red in the soap. Okay, so let me stir in my confetti into the blue. Stir that a bit first. I think I can thicken that up a little bit first because I don't want it to leak too much under the dividers. And this one is a little tricky. This is that little bit, thickened it up a bit. Let's get the confetti in there. It's about time for another confetti soap. The confetti almost totally disappears until the cut, which is kind of cool. Alright, how's everybody doing here? Pretty good. It's just thick enough. Part of the reason why I'm doing this design is, as you saw my last soap, the Raspberry Lime Rainbow, the video didn't pick up the first part and people said, I really wanted to see that pour. So the red drop swirl that I do on this side is going to be just like I poured that rainbow. And I'm going to move across the top of the soap to get the lines of red. So just imagine that I'm doing that with a bunch of colors completely across. And that's what I did for the last soap. So this is to hopefully make those people a little happy. I'm going to pour both of these at the same time. Otherwise it'll just, one will leak into the other. Since this level is going to come up, I'm going to make a top on this one with the rest of the white. And I still have some to bring up the level. The level's going to go down again after I pull the bulk of the dividers out of that. Oh dear. So I'm going to be quiet for a while so that I don't have to bleep out that noise. And this is what I'm going to do, is just hold the red up about a foot and a couple inches above this part and go down, make a line to another line here. It's hard to do up high without spilling it. So I planned the amounts pretty good. Actually, pretty darn good. Jeez. And I have some left to bring up the level again once I take the dividers out. So let me carefully do that. So you see I already have some lines of color on the top, and I'm going to use that to my benefit of this pour. Just need some blue on the very edge here. Oh, I have often forgot to do this. There are the ends of the divider too. I was going to be careful and just try to maintain those stripes even with the white. Maybe I can still do that. It's too difficult. So I have enough color so I can recreate those stripes. Let's just get this in there. So note to self, this fragrance, cool clear water, does not accelerate. I've had other fragrances that smell somewhat like that. It's like a cologne type of scent, but it's soft enough that it can be a unisex cologne type of fragrance. But that scent before, something similar to that, has really accelerated. So this one does not. It's good to know. And it smells really great. Just doing the best I can to get some kind of line work done as I pour this across the top, so that when I swirl it'll look nice and every bar will have that color in it. Get some right on this edge. So you'll see how forgiving these top swirls are, because right now it looks pretty messy, but once you do your swirls, it pulls together pretty nicely. And this I plan to be a unisex soap, so no glitter on this, so it'll appear to everyone. And we'll bring you back for the cut. I want to have a softer look to it because of the soft fragrance. Clear, cool water. The end slices are always weird. Not what you're expecting at all. But interesting circles there. There's some of the embeds showing up there. Looks like a cat. Interesting. I like the nice clean line that the divider gave between the white and the blue. I'd like to know what I do sometimes where the white turns out just so perfect. I don't see any trace of glycerin rivers, although I've seen some people's glycerin river soaps lately, and sometimes it integrates really well into the design. It's a combination of that, the two different kinds of red in that. And I think that's the red that I wanted for this. This is cutting so beautifully. It's probably about 15 hours since I made this. I was hoping that the red would have dropped more, but that's just because the soap was a little thicker than that last one that I did. Kind of tricky though, because I wanted the batters to be thick enough so that this straight line would happen, and sometimes they kind of they're not as neat, because if you think about it, if something's fluid, it wants to travel. This is the first time I've really been successful at this bottom part, where usually one of the colors leaks into the other. So as you remember from the making of part of this video, I poured both at the same time, and worked well. Thanks again for watching. Again, I made this especially for those that really missed that drop pour in that last soap, the rainbow, raspberry lime rainbow. But basically, if you look back on this one, this is exactly how I made the rainbow ones, except that I had one base color of white, and I poured my yellow as a drop swirl, then my orange, then my red, and so forth until I went all the way across the soap. That was an interesting one too, if you want to look back, because if you wonder why the green didn't go as deep, it might be a combination of the soap setting up so it was denser and didn't sink into the soap, but it could also be that as I poured more closely to the soap because I didn't want to pour the green outside of the mold. But thanks for watching. Hope everyone's doing well. I am. I'm keeping really busy. And check out my Instagram, and my store is open with all soaps that I have been letting cure for quite a while. They're all shrink wrapped, so they hold in all that fragrance. Check it out at vibrantsoap.com, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye now.